Hey everyone, it's Lisa Davis from Lisa Davis Body Construction. I just returned home from traveling with my husband, which I do rather frequently because he travels a lot for work. And I'm tired, and I think you guys all know the feeling when you've had delays and the flight wasn't a direct flight, so we had layovers, and it was only a couple hour time difference, but by the time you have a whole day of traveling with those things, you're tired. And so you need something fun for your workout so that you'll stay on track and not just skip it. So for me, I love doing jump rope, you know that. I'm gonna be using my 4mm PVC rope that I got from Dope Ropes, but you could use any jump rope. I'll also link a link that you could get a Dope Ropes jump rope. They've got a lot of varieties, but you could use a weighted rope, and I'll put some links for those as well if you decide that you want to work a little bit more intensely on the jump rope portion. So I'm going to warm up with jump rope, but we're going to use kettlebell. And if you don't have a kettlebell, I'm also going to show that you could do the same exercises with one dumbbell of about the same weight that you would use for a kettlebell. So again, I'm going to be using my 4mm jump rope that I got from Dope Ropes, 4mm PVC. For the kettlebell portion, I'm going to be using a 25-pound kettlebell. That seems to be a pretty good weight for me. But I'm also going to show that you could do the same things with one free weight. And so I've got a 25-pound dumbbell here that you could interchange the exercises with if you don't have a kettlebell. And some of the exercises you might want heavier than others. So if you have a variety, you could do that, or you could do more reps if you need more. So on some of the things I'm going to say 10 to 20 reps, other things I'm just going to say 10, and we're going to go through them 3 times. Exercise 1 is kettlebell swings, and this is one that I kind of like to use to keep my heart rate up at the same time that I'm working my back, and so this is mainly a back exercise. I'm going to say 10 to 20 reps. I usually go with 20, but you can do as many as you need. So you want to get the kettlebell swinging about as high as your shoulders. Notice how I hinge at the hips. And you want to breathe out as you punch the hip forward. If I didn't have a kettlebell, I could do this with a free weight. I'll show you. So I'm going to hold this with both hands, obviously either one on top of the other or one above the other. But it's the same motion. There's another way you could hold these, but you want to make sure you keep a good grip, and that would be on the end. But it's going to use your hands more. But it's the same form. Nice hip thrust forward. Arms coming about as high as your shoulders. I call this exercise a sit-up press-up. And we're going to be working our abs and all the front of the body, but our lats as well. So we're going to use our weight, which is the kettlebell in this case, starting with their arms extended overhead. As we come up, want to breathe. It's hard to do it slow. Breathe out and tuck your knees in. And the weight will go straight up overhead, so make sure you have a good grip. We don't want it to come out here. If I'm going to do it with a free weight, we kind of have that over-under grip. Don't hold it sideways because it's too easy to drop it. But it's the same idea. Sometimes the different muscles of our body have different strengths. So I have clients who, even though they would use a 25 or a 20 for their kettlebell swings, they go much lighter for that sit-up press-up. So if you want to go lighter, you can even do it without a weight at all. Okay, same idea. On exercise 3, I have swings again. You could do a regular kettlebell swing like we already talked about, but I want to incorporate a little bit of a torso twist with it. So I come behind and tap the kettlebell. Again, still bringing that kettlebell about as high as your shoulders. Sometimes people really get swinging their kettlebell high. Don't go that high, just about as high as your shoulders. And if I'm going to do it with the free weight, same over under kind of grip on the beginning. I like to kind of get one going before I switch off. Now, because this is in the way, I'm not going to swing it as far between my legs as I would with the kettlebell, and I can't actually reach it to tap it, but it's the same motion. Okay, so I'm going to go for 20 of them, but 10 is a good number as well, especially if you're not used to this. Exercise 4 is just a bent over row. It also is a back exercise and a little bit of our posterior deltoid, but we're going to do 10 on each side, and you're going to bend over enough that gravity is also going to increase the work here. If I'm here, it's not going to work the same, so I got to bend over quite a bit. You could also have your hand on a chair or a bench. So we want to get a nice extension and flexion of the areas in the upper back. I think it's pretty obvious how it would look if we just used a free weight. But the hand, again, is not on the kneecap. You want to open up your back and then close it. And as always, make sure it's enough for you. If you need more reps, you could go up to 16, but if you can get some heavier weight, that would be better. Exercise 5 is windmill jacks. I'm going to show them first without the weight because you can do them without the weight. And again, it's more of a cardio-based thing with a torso twist. So we're going to come down, touch your opposite toe, opposite hand to the toe, look up at the hand that's going away, and then you'll come in with your feet and arms and switch. So it's here, here, windmill jack. So if you're new to torso twisting things, I wouldn't use weight or go light, but I am used to them. So I'm gonna do it with a kettlebell. That's gonna kind of work my legs a little more. And it's just gonna go, same idea. Don't have to hurry with these. With the free weight. Okay, so torso twist, legs, back. It's kind of the theme of the day. Okay, exercise number 6, RDL. So I'm gonna do it first without the weight again, but I want my hands together because I don't want my hip opening up on the side. So I'm gonna have one foot back. It's really just a deadlift, right? So down and up with your back flat. I always say it's kind of like a duck's back. You don't want your back to hunch. More, not really an arch, should be flat, but it's gonna feel like your tailbone's lifting up. Okay, we're gonna do 10 on each side, but with the kettlebell, I'm gonna hold it with both. You could just hold it on one side if you want, or you could hold it with both hands. We're gonna do both legs, but I'm gonna show it with the free weight now. But I like it when I do it with a free weight. I like it sideways because I can go farther down and get a bigger extension. Okay, so obviously other side, just so that most of your weight's on that front foot. So this next one's gonna be a Slalom-Pick-Up. You can do it without the weight, and I'll show you that first, and then I'll do it with the kettlebell. But we're gonna slalom to the side. You're gonna kick your feet up pretty high. If you don't have a weight, you're just gonna touch down. And you can squat with it, or you can do more of a bend at the hip. I don't care, just watch out for your back. And we're working your back mainly today, so it's gonna have some stress on it that way. But with my kettlebell, I'm gonna jump over it. If you're not 100% confident, jump behind it. But if you think, I can do this, you're gonna jump high and over, pick up, set down. So this is another one that I'm gonna do 20 total of, but you could do 10. And if I do it with the free weight, I'm gonna have to squat much lower to reach the handle. So I'm gonna be here. But you don't have to jump as high, so there's that. You should though. The last exercise is gonna be a goblet squat. which means we're gonna hold our weight, whether it's the kettlebell or the free weight, right at our chest. And I found there's a lot of different handles. This one, you know, comes out a little. They all come out somewhat, it seems like. So you can grip it this way and just hold it right here at your chest. That's Goblet. And notice my wrists. They're not kinked. They're pretty much straight. But if I feel like my kettlebell isn't something I can hold very well, I'm gonna put my hands through this way and grip it this way. Yes, your wrists bend a little more, but you'll have a really good grip on it. And since we're gonna be here, going overhead, you wanna make sure you have a good grip. But I like it this first way. So we're gonna hold it here and we're gonna squat as low as we can, come up, lift, extend, and lift. So 2 actions there. We got that squat to really work our legs, lift, and tricep extension. Breathe out when we come up and breathe out when our arms lift. If we're doing it with the free weight, you can just hold it here. Just make sure your weight stays at the chest height during the goblet squat. And on our goblet squat, we want to make sure our weight is even in our foot. We don't want to roll to our toes. We want to have it flat. Flat foot. There's going to be 10 of those. Those are our 8 weight exercises. Okay, in between each round, if you would like to do jump rope with me, I'm going to practice a few things. The first thing we're going to be working on is double unders. We're going to try 50 of them. And I'm talking about 50 attempts, not 50 completed ones. Because if you're not familiar with double unders or you haven't ever really felt good about them, it's all about the timing. I'm not even going to say it's not your fitness, that's for sure. So the only way to really get comfortable with them is to practice them. So here I am doing a couple of extra jumps in between. My hair is hitting my rope and it's windy on top of it. I might have to move my ponytail lower. That's why I always have to wear a low ponytail, because my jump rope hits my hair all the time. So we're going to be trying 50 double unders. I see people do this where they kick their heels up or they kick out this way. That's not good. We want to try to pop straight up. Oh my word, I might have to braid my hair. One more thing with the double unders. People wing their arms a little too much. Notice my wrists. They just stay right there. Okay? And my rope's kind of short. So also the kind of rope you use is going to play a part in this. So just keep that in mind. But if you're struggling, remember those pointers. Hands down, close to the body. And we're going to shoot for 50 of them. After the second time we do the exercises with the weights, we're going to try 50 crossovers. And my rope's kind of short right now because I like it on the short side, but that challenges me on the crossover, especially because I like to do them with a run. And I like to alternate arms, which shortens it even further. So again, we're just going to try 50 tries, not 50 successes. But here's some hints for that. You want to turn your hands. Turn, turn. Okay? Now, if you're new to jump rope and your arms are out wide, you're going to need to pull your elbows in for all of these things, which also is going to make you shorten your rope. But again, it comes down to practice. The last thing, and by the way, on all of these jump rope things, you could do 50 basics, you could do anything you want. This is your workout. You could be here. You don't have to try what I'm saying. It's just what I'm gonna try. But we're gonna practice EB swings. Okay? And the trick on that one, kind of like the crossover, your arm is gonna go here, here to here. So watch my right arm. It's gonna go cross, and then my left. And the rope hits my ponytail because that's always a problem. I'm gonna move my ponytail lower. But let's warm up now. If you've done these exercises, you're probably already warmed up because that's a great warm up. But I'm gonna do some jump rope. And then if you want to do this with me, we can do it together. This workout I like to last an hour, but you can do it in much, much less time. Just make sure you're warmed up well before you start the muscle stuff. We're working those muscles pretty intensely. At least that's our goal. So make sure you're warmed up first. I'll only show a couple minutes, if that. All right, we're warmed up. Let's get started with the 20 kettlebell swings. You can only do 10 if you want. Remember what I said about our form. Straight arms, by the way. Sit up, press up.
Yeah.
let's try our 50 double unders. And now we're kind of tired, so we're probably gonna have worse form. But remember what I said before about trying to pop straight up, turn fast, keep your rope low, and elbows in. Okay. My form started to go at the end. I'm gonna blame my ponytail hitting the rope. So I was actually able to do those pretty quick. And I want to take up a little more time before I start my next round. So I'm gonna go maybe another minute or maybe do it again. But if you're ready to just start again and you don't have time for a long workout, just go right into the next thing right now. I'm gonna edit my extra time off. So if you do want to go longer, you're gonna wanna pause the video. Round 2, starting. If you want a little more challenge out of this, you could do a jack here as well.
Explosion.
So we're even a little more fatigued, but we're gonna try the crossovers. For some people they're easier. I go through slumps where I'm just like great at it and then I'm terrible and I can't do any. And I'm currently kind of in a slump, so I'm not expecting greatness here. But remember what I said about turning your wrists?
You're a guilt trip, feeding me with all these lies. I feel sick. You're a bad choice that I made 5 years ago at some party in New York. Are you texting me to tell me that I'm shit? Why are you still going on about things I never did? Maybe you can't see that I'm hard to hold. I know I'm a basket case you think should be alone, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep.
I don't believe I made all 50, that's crazy. I like to say it pushes my heart rate up, but I look down and it says 119. That cannot be right because I'm out of breath. Oh, it suddenly says 134. How convenient. So I'm gonna let my heart rate go down. I'm gonna go back through my third and final time with the weights. And so get ready. And if you want to do more jump rope, pause the video. I'm gonna do the whole round 3 with the free weight instead of the kettlebell.
You're a guilt trip, feeding me with all these lies. I feel sick. You're a bad choice that I made 5 years ago at some party in New York. Are you texting me to tell me that I'm shit? Why are you still going on about things I never did? Maybe you can't see that I'm hard to hold. I know I'm a basket case you think should be alone, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. You're a nightmare, reminding me of who I am. I feel scared sometimes. Why'd you leave me be? I know I'm a mess, but I don't need you to tell me. I can't change the things that happen. I know my head's not right. I wish that I could be somebody that's good enough for you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. Forget about what you think you know about me now. Yeah, I don't care how you feel, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not the same as I was when it was you and I. It doesn't matter now. Oh, it doesn't matter now. Oh, it doesn't matter now. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, so you. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you. But I still have my friends, don't want you. All I need is them, don't want you. I can barely sleep cause of you, but I still have my friends, don't want you.
was wondering, I have never looked at this because when I did jump rope, I just did it. I didn't watch any videos. I didn't know anything, but I just grabbed a jump rope and went for it. So I don't know what EB means. To me, it means eastbound traffic, but that can't be it because you're doing on both sides. So it'd be east and west. Anyway, I'll figure it out before I post this, maybe. Anyway, so swing, do as many jumps in between as you want. I like to do these with heel kicks. Do a jump in between, at least one. Okay, 1, east, no, that was west, west, east, west, 50. So I guess I should try. Guys, these kind of workouts have worked really great for me. I know that people should do what they enjoy, and I enjoy these. I like it because it's a different workout every day. I do muscle work, I do cardio together. I can play with my grandkids. I'm gonna have 10 grandkids in November, number 10. It's crazy. And I feel like I'm still 25, and except for when I get an Achilles injury. Then I feel 95. But when I'm 95, I hope I still feel 25. So anyway, I hope you guys can use some of this stuff to make your workouts better so that you can have an active life, feel good, and I'll see you again soon.
Shining from the window late at night, I'm just watching someone else's life go by, wishing it was mine. Dreams, everybody has them at the start. Somewhere along the way they fall apart, and it makes it kind of hard to look up at the lights. When the lights go out, everything is clearer. When the lights go out, I could finally see lights go out, everything is clear. When the lights go out, I could finally see. When the lights go